holding their last big rallies. Emmanuel Macron on the centre-left and one of the front-runners, according to most opinion polls, told a crowd in Nantes that he was the only candidate capable of ensuring security. His closest challenger is the far-right leader Marine Le Pen. Now, she is promising a referendum on France's membership of the European Union, and she says she will stop all immigration if she gets in. Well, the polls right now are very close. Let's talk to Professor James Shields, who is a professor of French politics and modern history at Aston University, and he joins me now live from Bristol. James, good to have you with us. Is this the most unpredictable French election that you can remember?
Absolutely. This is the most unpredictable that I have witnessed, and I go back to the 1970s to Giscard and Mitterrand. We've never seen this close to a first round. 4 candidates, any 2 of whom can make the runoff. All their scores are within the margins of error. So you take any 2 and it's possible that they will match up in the runoff. Add to that, that something between a quarter and a third of those who are going to vote have not yet decided for whom. And you have a picture of total unpredictability.
Yeah, tell us more about those waverers, because they're going to be crucial, as will surely the people who choose not to vote at all.
Absolutely, that's the other factor. They are predicting possibly a record abstention, and this could have another effect on the outcome of the election. The record so far was 2002, and that helped Jean-Marie Le Pen, the leader of the Front National then, to get through to the second round. So abstention is also a player in this. But if we talk about late deciders, the French are, the choice on offer is huge. There is an extraordinary choice, but they're not used to this. They are used to a head-to-head between centre-right, Gaullist, and centre-left, socialist. As things stand, it could be that the Gaullists and the socialists don't have a representative in the runoff. So we are in uncharted territory here electorally.
So, James, are we seeing a real crisis of loyalties, as you say, that people don't know right now where their allegiances lie? Would you go even further to say they're questioning their own sense of identity as well?
I think there is a questioning of identity, because hinging on this election are all sorts of decisions to do with France internally, domestically, institutionally, but also Europe. So it is a hugely crucial vote. And I think the French are looking across the spectrum to see who it is that might best represent them. They don't quite recognise the way that the mosaic pieces that make up this election. And the hesitation, I think, shows that they are uncomfortable with the offer, the vast offer, really, that is before them.
We've seen Marine Le Pen in her last campaign really tacking to the right, to some of that familiar rhetoric where she's toughening her language on immigration and also talking about the terrorist threat. Is that going to work at this stage in terms of influencing those that are wavering, or does this just appeal to her base?
Well, it's a very good point, because up to this point, Marine Le Pen has run a campaign where she's said neither right nor left. She's appealing to the right, but she's also appealing to, if you like, the disenfranchised, impoverished elements of the left with her economic programme. Now she has, as you rightly say, retrenched into a position of saying we are the right, and we're set, because Macron, of course, is her likely opponent, and he's the centre-left. So she is digging down, trying to win over Fillon, François Fillon, the Conservative candidate, trying to win over part of his base.
Professor James Shields, great to have you with us. We'll have to wait and see what happens next week. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Well, we were talking there with James about French values, but what would you consider to be the values